Magandang araw po sa bawat isa. It's a privilege for me to share to you the Word of God, lalo-lalo na sa ating mga potential leaders, sa ating mga young adults, ating mga kabataan. And I always believe na mas malaki ang magagawa ninyo kaysa sa amin. And I pray that what I'm going to share with you will have an impact that will bring changes, magkakaroon ng pagbabago sa ating buhay at lalo-lalo na sa ating mga pananaw. See, Christian ethics are not merely a list of rules or principles. See, what I'm going to share to you is about Christian ethics and standards. And I'd like to have the title like Living with What We Believe. Mamumuhay tayo ayon sa ating pinananampalatayaan. So, bilang mananampalataya, kapag tinawag ng Christian ethics, they are the visible expression of our inward transformation. Tinawag kang Kristiyano, at ang aking definition ng taong mananampalataya o taong na born again ay nagbago ang kanyang buhay. Ibig sabihin yung pagbabago na yan sa kalooban natin, it should be seen outward. Hindi nagbago ka lang, sasabi mong nagbago ka. Katotohanan, nagbago ka, it will start from the heart, and then it will flow, and it will be seen by people. So in a world where moral standards constantly shift, believers are called to live by a higher, unchanging standard, the character and will of God. Mamuhay tayo ayon sa wangis at kalooban ng Diyos. Every day, actually not only young people but all of us, we are faced with choices. What to post sa social media, how to speak, who to follow, what to believe, and how to live. The world constantly says, do what feels right. But Jesus says, follow me. Yan ang tinuturo ng mundo. Sabi nila, gawin mo kung ano yung tama. Pero sabi ni Lord, sumunod ka sa akin. Christian ethics and standards are not about rules that restrict you and me. Hindi ito yung mga panuntunan na para tayo'y pigilan gawin ang mga bagay-bagay. They are about life that reflects Christ and leads to true freedom. Ang Christian ethic ito patungkol doon sa buhay na kung saan ay nakikita sa atin si Kristo at nagdadala sa atin sa tunay na kalayaan. I'd like to share to you 4 points patungkol dito about living what we believe. Number 1, your choices show what you believe. See, Romans 12 verse 1 says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. See, Christian ethics begin with surrender. Paul says, in what I have shared to you, present your body as a living sacrifice. And Paul calls us to offer our lives to God. What we do with our bodies, words, and time. Now listen to this. What we do with our bodies, words, and time matters because it shows who is in charge of our lives. So kung anong ginagawa mo sa iyong katawan, sa iyong mga salita, sa iyong mga oras, ito'y mahalaga dahil dito ay ipinakikita kung sino talaga ang nangunguna sa iyo. I'd like to share one thing. Nung bago ako nag-graduate ng civil engineering, meron akong mga plano na sa buhay dahil nakaplano ang buhay ko sa chessboard. At ang aking plano ay after 3 years, I'll be somebody. Yun agad. Graduating ako ng engineering, in 3 year time, I'll be somebody. Yung unang taon, nag-review, no, ng board exam, hintay mo pa 6 months bago ma-release. So in 1 year, nakapasa na ako ng board. Pagkatapos noon, nagsimula ako magtrabaho. Ang second year, nakapagtrabaho ako sa isang private firm. Marami akong karanasan na pwede kwento sa inyo. But this is, the point I'm trying to share is this, my choices. And after that, dahil ako ay pinasok lamang ng aking tatay doon sa kumpanya, I want to prove myself. Kahit sa board exam, ang sabi ng tatay ko, magbayad ka na lang. During our time, nababayaran ng board. Merong mga tao na pwede mo bayaran. But the thing is, I have my choice. Sabi ko, tay, nais ko subukan ang aking sarili. Kung ako'y magbabayad at ako'y nakapasa, hindi ko malalaman kung ano yung kaya ko. I made my choice. Pumagsak, but I will do my best. Kung anong mangyari. Thank God, nakapasa. Kaya hindi sa pagtatrabaho. Nung matapos sa 1 taon sa trabaho, so in the second year, I resigned. Nag-apply ako. At ako na naghanap ng gusto kong trabaho. On the third year, nakapagsimula ako ng bagong trabaho. Na kung saan ay nagpapatuloy ako sa Panginoon at nagtatrabaho. At ang isip ko lamang ay magtrabaho at mag-support sa simbahan. But then things changed. Noong 5 taon, the Lord called me to become a missionary. Sabi ko, alam ko na nakarinig ako sa Panginoon, nagkaroon ako ng dream, nagkaroon ako ng vision, humingi ako ng payo sa mga may mga karanasan at matanda sa akin sa pananampalataya. And eventually, I decided and I made my choice para maging missionary. And these things are choices sa aking buhay na kung saan dahil alam ko, ang Diyos kailanman hindi nagpapabaya. At kung saan kanya dinadala, doon kanya pagpapalain. But if you go away from God, if you go away from what is calling us, doon tayo napapahamak, doon tayo napapariwara o napapasama. Now, I'd like to say something, one thing that I've learned. If Jesus is Lord of your life, He should also be the Lord of your choices. I repeat, if Jesus is the Lord of your life, He should be the Lord, He should also be the Lord of your choices. Kung si Jesus ang Panginoon mo na iyong buhay, dapat siya rin ang Panginoon ng iyong mga desisyon, ng iyong mga pagpipilian. And number 2, don't let the world decide your standards. I repeat, don't let the world decide your standards. Huwag mong hayaan ang mundo ang magdesisyon sa iyong basihan, sa iyong standard. Si Romans 12 verse 2, sabi doon, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may know what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Ang simula pala, sabi ni Paul, do not conform to the pattern of this world. See, culture constantly shapes. It changes, it shifts. But God's truth does not. See, noong panahon namin, wala yung katulad ng meron tayo ngayon. Wala. Nung nagsimula akong mag-aral, ang calculator napakalalaki pa. Ngayon, ang layo na nanabot ng technology, and marami sa atin, hindi pa rin at mas malamang ako, hindi pa kayo nag-master sa bagong dating na naman na tinatawag nating AI o Artificial Intelligence. Na ako rin, nagsisimula ako rin pag-aralan kung paano ito. Now, one thing na meron pa rin sabihin sa inyo, yung just because something is popular doesn't mean it is right. Now listen to this. Just because something is popular doesn't mean it is right. May mga bagay na maaaring sikat, ginagawa lagi ng mga kilalang tao. Pero hindi ibig sabihin lahat na ito ay tama. Okay? Ang nais kong tignan natin dito ngayon ay ito. Standing for Christ may make you different. but different doesn't mean alone. Standing for Christ may make you different, but different doesn't make or may mean alone. Naalala ko yung aking, nung nag-graduate na kami, of course, sa university, marami kang kaibigan, we're close friends. Nakita nila yung aking buhay. Nakita nila na, alam din nila na ako yung Kristiyano. But even if na sila hindi Christian, sinasama nila ako sa, gusto pa rin nila ako makasama. Kaya yung one last time that I go with them, pumunta kami ng pub. So hindi yung restaurant na kinakainan, yung pub yung may mga kumakanta pa dyan. Merong folk singer. Sila na rin na nagtatanggol sa akin na nung binibigyan ako ng alak na kalalasing o ng beer. Hindi yan. Bigyan mo ng soft drinks. Kaya soft drinks ang ininom ko, na nung nakikinig ako doon sa mga kumakanta, and at the same time, masaya kami bilang magkakaibigan. Yes, I may be different. But one thing is sure, I'm not alone. Alam ko kasama ko ang Diyos. And I prayed, at salamat sa Panginoon, dahil hanggang ngayon, hindi siya nagpapabaya. You see, standing for Christ may make you different. But different doesn't mean alone. Sa trabaho, ganun din. It may make you different. Ibang standard na hinahawakan mo, ibang standard na pinaniniwala mo. Nung ako'y nagtatrabaho, ang pwesto ko, senior technical analyst, pwede naman ako hindi mag-punch ng aking time card. Pwede ko na sulatan ng OB o official business. But no, kasi Kristiyano ako, kung time namin na 8 o'clock, tignan mo yung aking time card. At laging before 8 o'clock, andun ako sa trabaho. Ganun lagi ang aking panuntunan. Dahil ito ang tama at alam kong kalooban ng Panginoon, hindi mo dinadaya ang iyong kumpanya, hindi mo dinadaya ang iyong sarili. Okay? Number 3, live like Jesus in everyday life. Colossians 3 verse 17 says, and whatever you do in word or in deed, do it for the glory of God. Ano man ang gagawin mo sa salita o sa gagawin mo ito sa ikaluluwalhati ng Diyos. Now, Christian ethics mean living like Jesus, showing love, honesty, ibaga nagbabalik ka ng sukli, okay? Hindi ka nagdadaya sa lalo-lalo na pagdating sa pera, sa oras. Hindi lamang yung honesty, kindness, purity, especially in your time now, mga kabataan, malaya ka na kaya mong pasukin ang mga iba't ibang panig ng o bagay sa mundo ito sa pamamagitan ng internet. We don't have that thing, but then still, ganun pa man, we still have to live in purity. And also, forgiveness, yung pagpapatawad. And that is how Jesus lived in this world. And this thing should reflect in us. See, now listen to this. People may never read the Bible, but they are reading your life. People may never read the Bible, but they are reading your life. They will look at you, whether you like it or not. Sa kapaligiran, sa bahay, ikaw ang titignan. Anong pamumuhay meron ka? Kaya hindi mo sabihin Kristiyano ka. Makikita sa'yo at malalaman meron kakaiba sa'yo. Hindi man sila nagbabasa ng Bible, matututo sa'yo mga sinasabi at sa iyong pinamumuhay. In short, your life is a message. Make sure it points to Jesus. As my wife always say, your life is your message. Yes. Your life is your message, and make it sure that it points to Jesus, not for your own glory. And number 4, your life is a witness. Matthew 5 verse 16, it says, let your light so shine before men. See? that they may glorify God. Those who will see will glorify God. And the word in here is, in other translation, it says, let your light shine before men. When I go back to the King James Version or the New King James Version, let your light so shine before men. Yung liwanag na yan, magliwanag. Hindi lang basta magliwanag, patuloy na magliwanag, higit na magliwanag sa harapan na ng tao, una ang Diyos at ang sunod na yung mga tao. Jesus said we are the light of the world. How we act, okay? How we act online, at school, at home, and with friends should reflect Jesus. I remember, nung ako'y nagtatrabaho na, meron akong katrabaho na Maharishi, yung mga nagme-meditate. They're really good in meditation. Pero dahil kami magkalapit lang ng table, nakikita niya naman ang pamumuhay ko, and he knew that I'm a Christian. And then I was surprised one day, he talked to me, sabi niya, pwede ba akong sumama doon sa pinupuntahan ko? Gusto niya rin dumalo ng Bible study. And that is where he got saved. You see, there's something I believe that this person have seen in me kung bakit nagkaroon siya ng gayong kaisipan. Now, you don't need a microphone to influence others. Your daily choices speak loudly. And that is what I believe. Dahil kami 5 days a week magkasama lagi. He could hear me speak and talk. We have conversations. And he knew about my daily choices. So we don't need a microphone to influence others. I don't need a microphone to influence him. But those choices that I've made in life, ginawa ko sa aking buhay, have had influence itong aking katrabaho. Kung kaya, isang araw, sumama siya, at isang araw, isa na rin siya sa nagpupuri sa ating Diyos na buhay. Now ask yourself, as I close, ask these questions. Do my choices honor God? Yun ang una. Kalawa, am I following Jesus or fitting in? Kumbaga, yung fitting in ay nagbe-blend ka sa kanila. Kumbaga, kung anong ginagawa nila, para ikaw na rin. Ganun na rin ginagawa mo. Kaya, sa unang tanong, do my choices honor God? Yung ba aking mga desisyon, aking mga pinipili, ito ba nagbibigay liwala natin sa Diyos? Ay kalawa, am I following Jesus or fitting in? Ako ba'y sumusunod sa ating Panginoong Jesus? O ako ba'y nakikaayon sa ginagawa na nakararami? Ikatlong tanong, what area of my life needs to change? Anong bahagi ng aking buhay na kailangan ng pagbabago? Now choose one area this week or this month about your speech, attitude, purity, honesty, or kindness, and commit it fully to God. Sabi mo sa Panginoon, it will start from there. Okay, as I close now, I'd like to share to you that Christian ethics are not being perfect. They are about being faithful. Hindi ito para sabihin kayo perfecto na hindi ka na nagkakamali. Christian ethics are about being faithful to God. When you choose God's way, even when it is hard, you shine His light in a dark world, live boldly, live differently, live for Christ. And that is being faithful. You choose God's way, even when it's hard. You shine His light in a dark world. Now live boldly, live differently, live for Christ. God bless you all.